All right, I don't know if you guys saw this today, but there's this homework assignment given to students in Kamloops, given to grade 10 students in Kamloops titled Political Spectrum Case Studies. I've got that sheet right here, and you can have a look at it yourself. It's a pretty extraordinary assignment for a teacher in a public school to be giving. Really, for a teacher in any school. Um, you can see it here. I'll give you a few of the samples, or a little sample of this political spectrum case studies. So they've got at the very top this spectrum from left through the center to the right. And some of these case studies are just so bizarre and show such a strange and warped understanding of the political spectrum. You know, let's take a look at number 2 here. A person who believes that the school strap should be abolished. Okay, well, that's a person on the left. I mean, who doesn't believe? Well, first of all, there is no school strap. I mean, what does that even mean? Like, did they reinstate school straps since I graduated? What do you mean should be abolished? Then they don't exist. A and B. Nobody wants school straps. Nobody on the left or the right wants school straps. I mean, maybe some oddballs or something. It's just such a strange thing. Number 1, a person who believes that convicted murderers should be hanged. Well, that's a right-wing person. Well, I mean, it's sort of an odd implication. There are many right-wing people, I'm sure, who are opposed to capital punishment, just as I'm sure you could find people on the left who support capital punishment. It's not very informative. Some of these are just downright offensive. So a person who is a racist, number 3, that's a right-wing person, according to this teacher and this assignment. A person who believes in higher minimum wage, left, okay. A person who believes that the police should be able to wiretap telephones. That's a right-wing position. I did not know that, because, I know a lot of right-wing people who are fiercely in favor of privacy rights. A person who believes that Canada should restrict immigration. That's a right-wing position. Okay. I mean, certainly some left-wing countries in history have had, pretty restrictive, well, immigration at least. I mean, behind the Iron Curtain, you literally weren't allowed to leave. I mean, I guess that's emigration. Maybe that's the flip side to that. A person who believes that the Canadian military should acquire more sophisticated weaponry. That's a right-wing position? I mean, surely some people on the left support the military and think they should have, like modern weapons. So these are just so bizarre. A person who believes that women should stay home and be mothers. That's on the right side of the political spectrum. I mean, I guess I could see an argument there, but it's so bizarre to be, as a case study. I struggle to understand what this could teach a student, like what this would prepare a student for in the real world, except for, which character to yell at on the television. And a person who believes that all major industries should be owned by the state, that's a left-wing view. I mean, I guess that's fair, although, fascism arguably, the partnership between the state and corporations in fascism is so close to mirror a kind of state ownership that a lot of people don't think of, national, like the Nazi Party as left-wing, though some would argue it is left-wing. So this is just a really silly exercise that was put to these students, and I'm not sure if I'm more upset at the fact that our public schools are teaching ideology, contemporary political ideology, or that they're doing such a piss poor job at it. I mean, really, if you're going to be indoctrinating somebody, at least beef it up a bit, do something a bit more sophisticated so it has a chance of sticking. I mean, this is just, it's so obviously offensive, to right-wing people as well. I mean, number three, a person who is a racist, like what, left-wing people can't be racist? This is such a strange document. Anyways, I wanted to make sure you all had seen it. Again, this was up in Kamloops. I think this just came out today, October 4th. Thankfully, our education minister says right-wing, left-wing worksheet is offensive. Oh, selected everything there. So I just saw that after coming home here. So I'm happy to see that there was no sort of tacit support of this worksheet from our left-wing government. The minister's saying here, a teacher made a mistake. They used a resource that didn't do a good job and didn't teach the curriculum well. I should say so. So I think this teacher needs a talking to, but I'm really wonder at the curriculum in our schools. I mean, if kids have time to be wasting their time with these meaningless exercises, I mean, is this really the best use of their time? And they're in grade 10. I mean, old enough to be doing something useful. And this is just, it's not just divisive, it's stupid. So anyways, that's all for now. I wanted to make sure you guys saw that. Thank you.